weekend tilt with the Reds. First pitch is scheduled for 5:40 Central Time. No word on the starter yet for the Crew, but regardless, you can listen right here on Madison's new home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN. The Green Bay Packers currently having a joint practice with the Indianapolis Colts right now. Mixed bag thus far. Defensive line seems to be thriving. Cornerbacks, not so much.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim.
He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
What's poppin', everyone? Pablo Iglesias here with my co-host of the day.
No Jim, no Molly. Jim and Molly-less this week.
What?
Ooh.
Get a hamburger.
How's that for resting snack face, Jim?
If anything, you're proving his point.
You really are. And that's not a resting snack face. That is an active snack face right there.
Snack face.
Getting a workout today.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison with Pablo Iglesias. Here's Jesse Nelson.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. And they've really gone to the bench here today.
Yeah.
No Molly Brown. She's been gone for forever. No Jim Rutledge. He's been gone for a little less than forever.
What?
Matt Hamilton is gone, which is kind of normal for Matt Hamilton. These
I'm a nut.
parts, yeah. So I've been working 2 days all week. My name is Jesse Nelson, the producer of Wilde and Tausch weekdays 9 to noon on ESPN Wisconsin. He is the voice of Badger Minutes.
Yes, sir.
He is the host of The Jump Around on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel every Thursday.
Just aired today, too.
He is my fellow Bradley University alum, Pablo Iglesias.
Hello. What's up, everybody? How we doing? What is poppin'?
In for Matt Hamilton here on Jim, Matt, and Molly. Prime's working today. Primetime Wooly shines behind the glass running the show. What's up, Wooly?
How's it going, guys? Feeling pretty good today. We figured out that free burgers are coming next week.
Yes, Wednesday,
Let's go.
August 20th.
Burgers.
If you're the person who got the police called on them yesterday in Waukesha County. Did you guys see that?
I did not. No, please elaborate.
There was a police report that somebody was demanding their free burger before the game even ended when the Brewers were up 12-5 in the 8th or 9th inning.
People are hungry,
It's
man.
burger time.
People are hungry. You can't deny the folks of their free burger. Well, I guess
They can. It is their contest and their rules, and they can enforce them how they wish.
Fair enough. You can, in fact, deny people. You can, in fact, deny people of their free burgers.
So
Confirmed.
next Wednesday at George Webb's, 2 to 6 p.m., they announced. That's the burger window, 2 to 6 p.m., right before our ESPN Wisconsin fantasy football draft.
Nice little snack beforehand, too. I'm stoked for that.
Potawatomi Sportsbook. How convenient will be in the Milwaukee area next Wednesday afternoon. That's great. Great news. So Jim, Matt, and Molly are all gone, but we're going to hear from two of them today, allegedly. Jim Rutledge is going to join us in the next segment from the North Woods, wherever he may be.
Parts unknown.
And Matt Hamilton, the international traveler, I am not sure his whereabouts, but he is scheduled to join us in the 5 o'clock hour. Molly Brown said, I took the week off, dang it. So she's not going to join us.
Well, she took the week off, and she also informed me that she's on her way back from Arizona today with her entire family, including her 5 kids. So she's actually at the airport around this time. So
you know what? If I was Molly, there is nothing I would rather do than get away from that entire mess and go join on the phone my radio show for 15 minutes.
I don't know. 5 kids. You're just on the phone watching from afar.
You know what? Gotta go. Sorry.
Molly Brown is our superhero of The Office.
True.
I just got to put that out there. I think
She
we
is.
can all wholeheartedly agree.
Undoubtedly. I could have used her last night. I probably should have phrased that differently.
I was just going to let you. I was going to let you live in that silence.
I could have used Molly Brown's help. And the fact that I did not have Molly Brown's help led me to be incredibly livid with primetime Wollersheim this morning, and he didn't even know it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. That's where
Livid.
we're going to start today.
Oh, wow.
844-770-3776 is the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin talking text line. So last night, we're celebrating great vibes, great mood. Brewers win burgers for the people of the world.
Taylor Swift on New Heights.
Yeah, she's on New Heights. You listened to it?
I did. I watched the whole episode.
All right, you're going to have to be my expert on that.
I will.
I haven't seen anything
I'm
on it
happy to do that.
Tausch listened to almost the whole thing. He
All
said.
right.
So, vibes are great last night. And then I get a text 8 o'clock or so from one of our teammates in our Milwaukee office asking if we have the list of winners for our ESPN Wisconsin fantasy football draft, the alternates that are going to be down at Potawatomi with us next Wednesday, right after the burger giveaway. And I said, oh, no. And I realized what happened. So during Wilde and Tausch, which I produce every weekday from 9 to noon, I wrote down the 4 winners that we collected on the back of one of our, Prime gives us these show rundowns.
The Daily Primer.
The Daily Primer, yes. I wrote the winners down on the back of our Wilde and Tausch version of that. And after our show wrapped up, I tossed it in the garbage. And I never sent the list of the winners over to our contest marketing team for them to have that list. And I know from days that I've been in here very early in the Everlight Solar Studio, very late, that there are 2 times a day that the garbage is collected around these parts. One is just after lunch around like noon, 1 o'clock. And the other is...
when Jesse gets in.
And the other time is sometime before 7 a.m. They come around very early in the morning and they collect like what's left over from the day before.
I've been here that early. I think it's somewhere around 6.
Yeah,
I've come
it's
in
early.
pretty early some days.
So I'm sitting on my couch last night at home when I get this text and I put together what's happened here. First thing I did was I text my guy, Primetime Wollersheim. I said, buddy, you work like 19 hours a day. You still at the office? He goes, nah, I left.
8 o'clock, I'm not quite here anymore.
Yeah, turns out not as much a grinder as I thought he was.
No. My goodness, I'm so sorry.
Hey, he's got to wake
Not
up at
putting
5:30 to go to the gym. I see you out there. I see you putting in the work in the morning.
I don't have to. I get to.
That's true.
I get to, Pablo.
Yes.
So no one's here because Prime's always the last one here. No one's here last night. So I decide there are 2 courses of action here. Either I leave home tonight, drive back to the office, which would actually be for the 3rd time yesterday. I came in the morning for Wilde and Tausch, came back in the afternoon to do Jim, Matt, and Molly, and then I had to come a 3rd time last night to go and dive through the garbage to get this sheet of paper with the winners on it. Or I could have gone to bed, come in super early before 6 a.m., and hope that I get in here before the custodial crew came through and took out the trash. So I said, I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go to the studio. My wife, Becca, went to bed early last night, so I was just kind of up watching TV. All right, I'll go do it right now. So late last night after 9 p.m., I drove back here from Sun Prairie to the Everlight Solar Studio on East Washington Avenue to dumpster dive.
Crap.
All right, now we're going to take a side tangent. I'm sorry, you're just along for the ride here,
I'm just
Pablo.
listening.
Yes.
I'm listening at this
So
point.
side tangent.
I'm wondering where he gets mad at me in this
Side
whole
tangent at
come
this
on.
point. No, I'm not mad at you yet. Yes.
I'm waiting for this. You made this big hook, this big story. I'm just waiting for the big moment here.
Fans of Wilde and Tausch know that I have long complained about gum. I hate gum.
You really got on me yesterday. Matt
Yes.
gave me some great gum, which very powerful minty flavor. I blew a
Yes.
bubble, and Jesse was so, I don't know. He gave me this look of disgust, like I did the most grotesque thing in the world, and I just blew a bubble.
I thought
I'm
it
sorry,
was.
I just have a childish type of vibe sometimes with that. Just happy-go-lucky. Sorry, Jesse, I'm fun.
I understand.
Sorry.
You're
Sorry.
fine.
I'm a little fired up.
The gum thing is a me problem. Like, it's not for what we do. Like, you're not supposed to have gum in the studios and all that stuff. I thought that was common.
fair enough.
Everybody breaks their rule
Says
all
the
the
man
time
who
around
brought
here now.
burgers into the studio yesterday.
Different.
It's burger time.
Tell your story.
Gum is sticky. Crumbs can be picked up. Anyway, I hate gum. Can't stand it. When we go to the Overture Center to a musical and someone's sitting behind me and they're popping it, or you can there's a certain aroma, and I don't know what the brand is, but there's a certain aroma that just lights me up. Livid. When I was a kid, in middle school, I once took a science test, and the person next to me was chewing gum and popping it the whole test. I asked the teacher if I could come back after school and retake the test because I was too distracted by the person next to me
my God.
popping the gum. And she let me do it, and I got I would have had like a 75 if I took the one I did during class. I got like a 90-something after class. Like, it was just the worst. Yes, thank you. So I understand this. The gum thing is a me problem. I need to get over it. I have found different coping mechanisms to try and get past it because that is, gum is fair. I don't understand why, it's IPT in poor taste to, not talk with your mouth full or talk with your mouth full, but with gum, it's like, oh, that's different. It's okay, whatever. So anyway, that's a me thing. Well, last night, you had gum, Ryan had gum, Matt had gum, half the office had gum. Guess where it all went?
Crap.
That was some sticky paper, wasn't it?
And as
man.
Pablo just outlined, it was extra potent, extra minty fresh, whatever the brand was.
Oh, strong. I don't know what type of brand Matt has.
I can expose the brand that we've been all eating in the office recently. Some good extra gum. Mint. Spearmint.
Whatever it is, it's the worst one.
Spearmint extra.
That is the scent, the flavor, whatever it is. It triggers me. And we'll get there. So after 9, we're talking 9:30, 10 o'clock-ish last night. I'm here alone in the Everlight Solar Studio for the third time in the day, driving 20 minutes in from Sun Prairie, diving through one of our garbage cans, trying to find a show sheet with 4 names on it to make sure that 4 people can be listed as maybes for our ESPN Wisconsin Fantasy Football Draft next Wednesday at Potawatomi. And all I'm combing through, I don't have any gloves, I don't have any preventative, I'm just diving right in. And there's burger wrappers from what I brought in, and then there's the gum. And it's all over everything. And it's just slapping me in the face, this smell that's coming out of that trash can. And the papers weren't in there.
After all that.
I dove through the entire garbage can.
Hold on. First, you're insinuating that not only did you not find the papers you wrote these names on, not only did you forget them, but you didn't recycle the paper?
Uh-oh. Take that.
It was in the other garbage can.
There it is, garbage can.
Crap.
So I dove through this entire garbage can that's right here that I thought for sure that's where I threw it. I had other papers I had thrown in there. There was all the garbage from all the burgers, all the gum everyone had chewed here all day long. And it turns out the paper that I had thrown away with all the names on it was in one of the other garbage cans after I dove through the entire thing, smelling the gum that I hate the most the entire time, sticky, trying to avoid it, every last bit of it, everything that was going on in that garbage can. Couldn't stand it. Miserable experience. And then it turns out it was in the other one.
I don't think I've ever seen you turn this red.
Oh, I was so mad when this happened last night. And then this morning.
There's a part 2? I thought this was it.
No, it's almost done. I couldn't get this smell out of my nose last night. I go home. I brush my teeth.
No.
It's just I have a headache from how bad
Brush your teeth? Did you put it in your mouth?
No, but it's just you're diving through a garbage can trying to find it. You got your head right in there. It was just awful.
I just really wish we were here for this.
It was miserable, and I can't get this potent, awful smell of the thing that I hate the most in the world out of my nose. And I come in this morning, and during Wilde and Tausch, Ryan came in near the end of the show and had a question for me. And he's chewing his gum because he's chewing gum 24 hours a day. I don't know if he sleeps with it.
It's been pretty bad recently, I'll admit. We got 4 new packs in the office, and I've just been ripping through them.
And your question was innocent. Your question was just trying to be a productive member of our team. And I was so mad at you that I suddenly was smelling this potent, awful scent again. And headache. I had to get out of the office. I went home for the afternoon. I just had to leave.
You did sprint out of here after
I had to go. I was so mad, and it wasn't your fault. And I'm sorry if you thought that I was mad at you. If that came across at all.
Up until the show started and 4 minutes in, I had no idea any of this had anything to do with me. I knew about your issue with the papers because you texted me last night, and I literally said to you, I'm sorry, that really stinks because that's a terrible situation to have to drive back to the office or get in 2 hours earlier than you would. I mean, at least that way, if you drove in earlier and then you popped a tire on East Wash, then maybe it wouldn't be as big of an issue. But that's neither here nor there. But Yeah, I never once thought this would be anything on me.
Yeah.
I never once
it
thought.
was, and again, it's not your fault. It's my thing. I'm irritated by it.
I'm just still trying to wrap my mind around how passionate you are, because I had no idea what the story was going to be. Like I said, you kept it close to the chest, which, hey, I was along for the ride here.
Dumpster diving. Yeah.
You're dumpster diving, and all of a sudden it just became this, not an ode to, but rather just a rant, your soapbox of why you just dislike gum chewers and why gum is the worst thing in the world. Apparently, I can understand. I would not want to go dumpster diving either if I was.
It was pretty brutal last night.
Looking for paper, or it's just like the same thing when you step on gum too, because that's the thing. So it's
a nuisance. It's a nuisance.
When you step on it, that's the thing. It's like, at least I'm mindful if I'm throwing it away, I'm not just gonna spit it on the ground on the sidewalk. So that way, it's like, because I'm a sneakerhead. I love my shoes. I don't want to step on gum.
Or
outside.
the people who put it under the tables or under the
See,
chairs.
that's nasty. That's nasty.
It's just the worst.
I don't understand. Or it's like, or you said when you're at the theater, I can't do that. I'm not gonna blow bubbles when I'm at the theater. Like, we all know why we're there. We want to enjoy it, and if we hear like
just
popping
it ruins
behind
the
us,
experience for
Are
other people.
gums like people smoking inside for you, Jesse?
Yes.
That's literally what it is. It
So-
sounds
well,
like
and this is
it's
what-
people smoking cigarettes in a restaurant.
Again, I understand this is my problem, but
the chewing and the
there-
non-chewing section.
Are
Please.
there other
Please take
things that
non-chew.
people have that are equally as irritating? And that's what I want to ask. And maybe this will become a thing throughout the course of the show with Jason Wilde, Matt Hamilton, and Jim Rutledge all scheduled to appear. Pablo, is there a sensory irritation? For me, it is the smell or the sound of someone chewing gum. That just flips my mood, and I need to think very concisely about overcoming that in the moment, because it is that obnoxious to me. Is there something that triggers that type of reaction to you? An innocent behavior, an innocent sensory experience, a taste, a smell, a sound that just aggravates you.
I'd have to think about this a little bit more, but also I think it's just, I will out myself and admit that I am probably a loud chewer, and I've been called out. I have 100% been called out for it, and if you guys hear it, that's okay. I try to be mindful. I feel bad. Ashton Rothman, who is now joining us now here in our office, I was eating an apple after lunch, and it was a crunchy Fuji apple.
Apples are crunchy.
It was a really good apple, but...
That's a satisfying chewing sound, though. An apple chewing sound is good. It's crisp.
I don't think there's any such thing as a satisfying chewing sound.
Or if I have a salad or something, it's I don't know.
Right?
I know that I'm a loud chewer. I will.
So
I will
nothing
admit
irritates you. You just think you're part of. You
I'm
irritate others.
I'm part of
Probably.
the
That's
problem,
great.
apparently, quote unquote.
To me or to others.
Yes,
yeah,
sure.
or
Can I ask how annoying this chewing sound is?
And we're gonna.
While you
First bite.
you eat some, I'll-
Eat them right on the air.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, that was me yesterday.
That sure was.
Kind of hypocritical, isn't it? 844-770-3776. That's the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. Oh, the texts are already rolling in. 844-770-3776. Ryan, is there a sensory experience that irritates you? A sight, a sound, a smell, a taste, anything that just instantly triggers irritation?
I brought it up yesterday when you were eating that cheeseburger on
So
our
eating
YouTube.
food, but you're like the Captain Gum chewer
But I
around
chew with
here.
my mouth closed. I never chew
You do.
with my
You're
mouth
good.
open.
You are good at that.
I'm very good at it because I have a lot of experience. And for this very reason, if I hear somebody else around me chewing their food, especially mouth open chewing their entire meal, I can't be in the same room as them.
That's why I feel so self-conscious when I'm in meetings. I can't. Everybody's like, "Oh, bring your lunch in here." I'm like, "No, I don't like to eat in a meeting space."
844-770-3776. Eric and Madison on the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. People who speak and every other word is like or That one can irritate people. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't trigger me the way that it does for Eric, obviously. And that's the thing. How many of these are going to be unique to just the individual person?
This is going to be super unique.
Daniel the landscaper. I agree with Jesse. I hate and dislike people who do this. It's annoying. I also don't go to the movie theaters because I hate the sound of people constantly eating popcorn and food.
It's part of the experience, man.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
But he admits that's why he doesn't go to the theater.
Yeah, that's
He's
true.
just not about
That's
it.
true.
Jens, the Coob consultant, has a good one as well. People with bad breath.
Yeah, people with bad. Just chew a piece of gum.
That actually might be mine, which is why I chew a piece of gum, because it's like I don't want people to think I have bad breath. I want to make sure that that's. I guess I would say that could be mine.
For those of you who
I've been thinking about this all day.
Bad breath is probably yours.
Probably.
Irritation?
I think there's definitely more. We'll think about this as we go on.
Keep them coming on the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line, 844-770-3776. We're going to go to this throughout the course of the show, especially with all of our guests that are scheduled to appear. Jason Wilde's coming up. I know he's going to have a few. This will be good. Matt Hamilton in the 5 o'clock hour. Jim Rutledge from the Great Northwoods scheduled to appear coming up next here on Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. As we head to our first commercial break, let's hear from Molly Brown telling us all about Carbon World Health.
Hey, it's Molly Brown, and you guys know that I've been loving my results from Carbon World Health. As I've gotten a couple hydrofacials done, my skin is absolutely glowing. Their brand new state-of-the-art location in the Prairie Lake Shopping Center is phenomenal. They have literally everything you can imagine at their med spa. Laser treatments, injectables, body contouring, vitamin drips, and so much more. Head over to carbonworldhealth.com to learn more and get started on your health and wellness journey today.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I was hoping to find a hole in your logic.
Battle of wits. I'm always willing to sign up for one with you. Ham and jelly. I feel like I've emerged victorious in that particular
no, you just
joust.
emerged wrong. It's not victorious. You just stuck to your guns. Your wrong opinion.
I forgot we were talking about this morning. I even said, I'm going to take the L, but I'm going to stand by what I said.
Yeah, that's what I feel like you're doing right now.
In a nutshell, really.
Yeah. Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. The biggest games.
Back-to-back state championships. Still going. Lowers his shoulder into the end zone. Touchdown, Wanakee.
The most compelling stories.
Where are you going to be playing basketball next year?
I'm proud and excited to announce that I'll be going to the University of Charleston.
We are now joined by the executive director of the WIAA, Stephanie Hauser.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. In fact, we are Wisconsin's only Pella Platinum Premier Certified Contractor, and we've won Pella's prestigious National Contractor of the Year award 5 times. It's easy to get started. The process starts with homeowners meeting us at Siding Unlimited's amazing showroom on 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. Trust me, our showroom is a must-see. Looking for new windows, siding, roofing, and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Clinky Cleaners has been in business for over 65 years, and they've had document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems for right around 30 years. CFO Sean Young explains why.
Probably the best thing about James Imaging that's worked for us is they're reliable, they're dependent, they always make things easy for us.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation, and local people who make doing business easy.
They're quick to come whenever we need them, point out lots of simple things for us to try to save us some money and save us time and eliminate headaches.
So Sean, the bottom line of having business technology from James Imaging Systems?
I just appreciate the work that James Imaging has done for us. They're always looking out for our best interests.
James Imaging Systems. Make it easy, save money, eliminate headaches. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Bruner Realty and ESPN Madison have teamed up again for the 5th annual Putts for Pups golf outing benefiting the Dane County Humane Society. Join us for a day of golf at Blackhawk Country Club on September 19th. Since it started in 2021, Putts for Pups has raised over $120,000 for the Dane County Humane Society. Donate or find out how you can get involved at putsforpups.com. Putts for Pups is proudly sponsored by Badgerland Exteriors, Alts Operations, Zimbrick Automotive, and Vortex Optics.
Want to join the fastest growing home solar company in the nation and work in the fastest growing industry in the world? Everlight Solar has open positions in the Madison area and in their newly opened Milwaukee location. As Wisconsin's largest home solar company, Everlight Solar offers great opportunities to gain new skills and advance your career. Don't miss the chance to join the Everlight Solar team. Visit everlightsolar.com to apply today. Save money, save the planet, and start with Everlight Solar.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Man, I got this right. My hand up to my back. You know I'm popping tag. But man, I got this swag. Man, I got this swag. My hand up to my back. You know I'm popping tag. But man, I got this swag when I serve. Now I be surfing swag.
Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. When the mountains are blue, you guys know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
Ooh. That's been a heck of a week here.
All right.
Filling in for Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Can you do it again? Is that going to be like your party trick?
No. Ooh.
Ooh.
The Brewers do bring out the most interesting sides of me.
I just love that we need to bring back Jesse screaming off the top of his head.
Wasn't much higher pitch to go, and then I tried to, and they did the back-to-back home runs. That was pretty wild time in Game 3.
What a time to be alive.
And what a time now. 12
true.
straight wins. Free burgers coming our way next week from George Webb's restaurants in southeastern Wisconsin and around the state. Wonder if there's one up in Cable, Wisconsin.
What makes you ask that?
Our next guest.
Ha-ha.
He's usually the host of this show, weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.5 ESPN. Live from vacation, it's Jim Rutledge on Jim, Matt, and Molly. Sup, Jim?
I like to mark myself safe from having to eat a burger from George Webb's. So things are good.
Oh, confirmed.
I knew you would be one of the people that would downplay this entire thing. That's just so you.
Burgers.
I've eaten at George Webb's. It's a cool thing, but I've eaten at George Webb's. The amount of freak out that people are having about a free burger from George Webb, I feel like they're like a quarter. So, like, this isn't maybe with inflation, it's 50 cents now. It's a cool thing that they've won 12 and George Webb's is doing it, but let's not act like this is a Ruth's Chris burger we're getting. People are losing their minds on the internet. It's almost embarrassing the state, the excitement over the free burger from a diner.
Well, hey, Jim, don't worry. They actually knew, too, that you were going to be back next week, and it's next Wednesday.
Yeah, you'll be
so
in Milwaukee
don't worry.
next week for it. Yeah.
They
oh,
knew.
God. Yes. I don't know if there's one in Cedarburg. I have not eaten at a George Webb's, and I said this before 2 a.m. in my life. I don't know if it's meant. I didn't know it. I thought it was just a late night.
No, it's like it could be a breakfast place. They have some good omelets. You can go there for, obviously, it's open 24 hours, so anytime.
Yeah. I feel like truckers and drunk people has got to be its target audience.
No. I did share one of these days earlier this week that George Webb's was the first hangover I ever had in my life. I think I was 21.
Was because of George Webb's?
We went to George Webb's at 10 a.m. on a Sunday, and I got a slice of French silk pie and a bowl of chicken noodle soup. That's what I had as a hangover meal.
Yeah. This is like the Waffle House of Wisconsin.
Kind of, yeah.
It was like, a little bit, yeah. It's there was one in Cedarburg, and you could walk there after the bar, kind of gather yourself for a couple hours, and then head home. So it's a good spot for that.
Jim, I don't know if with being on vacation, I know you know the Brewers have won 12 straight. They are 7.5 games up on the Cubs, and the Cubs were losing as of last check in the 8th inning to the Blue Jays. So it could be 8 games before it's all said and done, and we wake up tomorrow morning. Resident Cubs fan, your thoughts?
I mean, this feels a little bit like the Brewers have monstered the Cubs. Their streak has taken off while the Cubs have fallen apart, but I mean, the Brewers are a very good baseball team. I think the word I used is like providential, where like it's a good mix of luck and divine intervention. I mean, Yuke's got to have a little bit of touch into this because the way the Brewers are winning, not all those games have been lucky, but some of those games, things broke their way. They never seem to fall behind ever. They're a very good team that is also just playing with incredible confidence. That it reminds me of the Badger team that their season was ended because of the COVID the COVID, and they got the Final Four national championship via the computer. That team was playing way better. Like the sum of its part were better than the individuals. The Brewers are a good team. They're the best team in the division. I don't know if they're the best team in the National League of Baseball. We have to decide that in the playoffs. But at this point, I came up with this. If the Brewers don't win the division, it's devastating. If they don't win a round in the playoffs, it's embarrassing. If they don't make the NL Championship Series, it's disappointing. And if they make the World Series, the season is the greatest season the Brewers have had since 1982.
I think that's probably a fair assessment. Anything short of the NLCS is a disappointment at this point. I think that's fair to say.
Well, you go with letdown if you don't want to go with disappointment.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the fair. Like, this team is good, legitimately good. They're playing together. Everything is clicking for them. They're deep. They're a really good team. And so I think that's a fair expectation. Now, the World Series is an unfair expectation, but getting and winning it is unfair. But if they get there, I think then it's like, again, the best season since 1982, and get into the NLCS. And I mean this in a good way. They're playing a little bit above their pay grade, so I think I would chalk the season up as it's NLCS or bust. Anything past that is A-plus season.
And that's standard. We've had this conversation with the Green Bay Packers and other NFL teams too, Jim, is that standard was not at all the case when this season began or in spring training. But as things play out and you get to a certain point at the season where they're in first place by 7.5, 8 games here on August 14th, that expectation changes and grows, and that's a compliment to the franchise, correct?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to set them up. Tauscher, I believe, said that this morning, that you can't be the plucky underdogs anymore. You win 11 games in a row. You win 12 games in a row. The expectation is the National League Championship Series because fans and the team and everyone's claiming best team in baseball. They're right there. They're playing like the best team in baseball, and they're playing with the confidence of the best team in baseball. So, it's National League Championship Series, and expectations are a privilege. Pressure is a privilege. So fans should be enjoying the run. Doesn't mean that this season isn't fun no matter what happens, unless if they don't win a division, the season ended horribly and it won't be fun. That's not going to happen. But outside of that, this season's been a great ride, and doesn't mean that you can be let down or disappointed, but also enjoy the ride.
Jim, it's going to be an interesting week, too, for a 5-game series at Wrigley Field. I got to ask you about the vibe check. Like, where are you at with the Brewers and Cubs coming up next week?
So here's the thing, and I've been honest about this. Like, I'm a Cubs fan. I hope the Cubs hold on to the wild card. They're not going to do anything. So my passion for baseball has just faded. So, I mean, I don't want to lose 5 to the Brewers, but I don't really care. Even if the Cubs win 5 against the Brewers, they're still not going to win the division. So for me, it's like, hey, you know what? Hold on and don't pee your pants and miss the playoffs is kind of my point for the Cubs at this point. So, like, that's all I want. And maybe Owen Cassidy to look good and Kate Horton to continue to look good. But realistically, I've checked out on the Cubs season. As wild card, they're probably going to lose their first wild card game, and it's over. So it's not football. Like, I don't have that burning passion. Like, here's the example I'll give. Our good friends at Molson Coors, they make they'll make Packer sort of like cans for Miller Lite or whatever. I will never drink one of those. I got Barrelman and Leinenkugels in the fridge up here up north. You know what I mean? So, like, that's my stakes in this sort of thing. I'm not upset. I think it's a little bit sad. I think Brewer fans can stop screaming about the Cubs and just enjoy your own ride. Not saying you guys are doing that. That's a little bit of Twitter, but otherwise, like, yeah, good for you. At this point, I just want the Cubs not to embarrass themselves and miss the playoffs.
Jim Rutledge, host of Jim, Matt, and Molly, joins us on Jim, Matt, and Molly, weekdays 4 to 6 here on ESPN Madison. How about that? Jesse and Pablo filling in for the whole crew that's off today. So, Jim, you're up in the North Woods. Have you had a chance to see all the Taylor Swift news this week? I know you're a big Swiftie.
Oh, yeah, I got a chance to break the news to my daughters. It was like Christmas morning. They were very excited because I was up before them about the Taylor Swift joining the podcast of the new of the New Heights. They haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but they'll come around to it. I've shown them some clips. We're debating if we're going to order Rosie the record ahead of time because, she spent all her money up here on vacation, so it'd be like a very early Christmas present that she'd have to get and then sit on for a few months. So we might just not pre-order it and get the record, but they're ready to listen. They're excited. They like the clips. They're pumped. And it's wild, the amount of trolling she did from the little bits and pieces I've seen, which is hilarious. I'm pro trolling. And then also I feel like from the music sense, most people are saying the Kelsey brothers are the best interview that she's ever given, the best questions she's ever been asked.
No, I loved it. I think from the only person here amongst Jesse, Ryan, and I to watch the whole thing, and I mean it was a great conversation. Love like
sourdough. I hear is a big prominent part of it.
Sourdough is big and all that, but I mean, yeah, I think we asked Jim, would you potentially have your wife on Jim, Matt, and Molly? That's what we wanted to ask you.
Oh, good question.
If she wanted to, I don't care. I mean. She actually, a long time ago, little ESPN Madison history, one of our former advertising partners who's not on anymore, she was friends with the owner, and we thought, why not? So my wife, she didn't say who she was, but she did cut a commercial for a mechanic shop in Stoughton at one point. So she's technically been on our airwaves before. But for an interview, she's looking at me right now. I mean, I'm sure we could be open to an interview sometime.
We could bring her on now.
Taylor Swift joining the... She rolled her eyes at me like my 12-year-old does, so I don't know. I'm sure she's willing and capable, but we can negotiate that out.
The real question is though, too, what era are you in, or what is the era that you're in now? This is uber Swifty
up north
question.
Era.
Yeah, what you're up north era.
I'm in vacation era, I guess. So I'll go with the Jordan era because I'm 45. This is year 45. This is the other Jordan year. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jim, before you go, so I opened the show today sharing how I came back to the studio around 10 o'clock last night and did some dumpster diving through a bunch of gum to try and find a sheet with some important information on it that I had thrown away by accident. Is there a sensory trigger for you, a smell or a sight or a taste or anything like that instantly triggers you to be in a bad mood?
Man, besides you, Jesse? No, I would say...
Got him.
I just saw it coming a mile away.
Savage.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I will note that, like, my wife, like, the kids, the poppet things, she can't handle that sort of, like, poppet sound. So, like, I know that's one that, like, will trigger her, that it is immediate. Okay. The kids can't have poppets around her because that sound, that popping sound, she just can't handle that kind of repetitive kind of noise there. But for me, I guess it would be people... And it's rare, but I do have children who are younger, so like eating with the mouth open can be a bit much. Like that will kind of bother me. But honestly, the only thing that sets me off more than anything else is just my oldest daughter picking on my youngest daughter. That's the thing that will upset me immediately because I did it with my brother, and I tell her all the time she's going to regret it. So that's usually the number one because I'll be like, you're not slick. I know all your tricks. None of it's clever. I know you're setting her up for this. Just stop.
You're in a good mood today. I can tell you're in your vacation era up north there.
I am. Well, we've been go-karting, and the girls just wrapped up rock climbing. Rosie reached the top of the rock climbing thing. Nola set a record, and I got shot down on mini golf, so I think we're going to go-kart one more time, and I might try to batting cages, although I'm worried I might injure myself, so we'll see.
Can't be doing that now, man. Don't injure yourself
I
before.
haven't swung a bat in forever, so it's like...
when's the last time you were in a batting cage? Yeah, when's the last time you did that?
I feel like at Vitense in town, but probably a decade ago. I mean,
no, don't bring up Vitense to Jesse.
And like, what it is we bought like a punch card, and we're gonna have one extra punch. And so it's like, well, I guess Dad could try the batting cage, and that's the only reason I would do it. I don't even know. I wouldn't do fast. It's a matter of do I do medium or slow. I probably should do slow so I don't throw out my back trying to take a big swing or something.
All I request is if you do hit the cage, make sure at least one member of your family is filming that for content
Rosie's
purposes.
Permanently on her phone, so she can handle that. Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Jim, enjoy the rest of vacation, and we will catch up with you between doubleheader games of Brewers Cubs on Mondays when you make your return.
Yeah, it should be very exciting.
Looking forward to it.
All right.
Enjoy vacation, Jim.
All right, thanks. We'll see you.
Jim Rutledge, regularly the host of Jim, Matt, and Molly here on ESPN Madison. That's this show. 844-770-3776 is your way into the show. He was in a good mood.
He was.
Yeah,
he was in a really good mood.
Vacation vibes for Jim Rutledge up north. I love that for him.
There's so many different eras of Jim, too. There's the vacation Jim. I need to know more of Florida Jim. That's what I want to know.
Certainly.
A lot of Florida Jim. That's what I want to know about.
And he admitted the Brewers are a good team, a really good team, he said multiple times. So that feels like a win for all of us Brewers fans who were getting irritated by his slander of the team when they were hot for a month, that he was saying how they weren't going to be able to sustain it. Well, here we are.
This is utterly preposterous that I've even heard that.
You love to see it.
Heading to commercial break. We're going to do this earlier than usual because we have Jason Wilde coming up a little bit later this hour.
Ooh.
We are going to give away a case of Miller High Life right now. Yeah, that'll go good with burgers next week. Yeah, case of Miller High Life coming your way right now. What caller number would you like to take, Ryan Wollersheim?
I can't think of any number related to what we've been talking.
12.
12. Why
12 in a row. 12 in a row for the Milwaukee Brewers.
12.
12 in a row.
Burgers.
Caller 12 wins a case of Miller High Life right now. 844-770-3776. Again, that phone number, 844-770-3776. Caller 12 right now wins a case of Miller High Life here on Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. As we head to commercial break, Jim Rutledge is going to tell you all about Chalmers Jewelers. He's going to do that coming up here in just one moment. Again, caller 12, 844-770-3776. Caller 12 wins a case of Miller High Life here on Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton is Madison's custom jeweler. They are Madison's family-owned jeweler. Whether you go to the Madison or Middleton location, you're going to run into either Garrett, Devin, Ruth, or Scott Chalmers, and you're going to have an opportunity to work with one of their great custom jewelers. So if you're looking for a custom piece of jewelry and you want to make sure it's the best in the area, go to Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Because I'm out on Kelsey.
Clipped Laporta.
I'm out on Kelsey. I don't like
despise Travis Kelce.
I do.
God, if Jim
his
was
hair,
here,
his last name, everything. Yeah, he'd be like, "What? Him and Taylor Swift are great."
If Jim was here, he would just be screaming at the both of you. Right
Literally,
now.
Oh my gosh, he would be losing
This
his
isn't even
mind.
a question.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Summer is here, and there's no better way to celebrate than with Door County Distillery. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. I've been telling you for years how great Door County Distillery is. Locally produced, handcrafted, and award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. The sun is shining, and so can the Rock Island Rum from Door County Distillery in your summertime cocktail. Otherwise, vodkas, gins, whiskeys, brandies, and more, it's all available from the award-winning Door County Distillery. Find a huge list of unique cocktail recipes and the retailer nearest you, doorcountydistillery.com. That's doorcountydistillery.com.
It's racing season, and that means Road America in Elkhart Lake is the best place to be. It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust here, and I got the chance to chat with Road America's communications director, John Everett, about what makes Road America special for drivers and fans.
Tell us why you think, if you haven't been, why you need to go, what's happened, and what is the future here.
Here's the deal. We're called America's National Park and Speed for a reason, because you're not dedicated to a seat once you come in. You can move around the facility, and there's tons of improvements to check out, including our new walkover bridge and golf cart bridge along the front straight. The Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Beach was massively popular during our IMSA event. It's always fun to sort of sit under a palm tree, put your feet in the sand, and watch some world-class racing. There's still lots of great racing coming up. You've got the GT World Challenge that's going to be August 15th through the 17th. During the VSCD8 event, September 12th through the 14th, we're going to have a fireworks show on Friday night. It's included with your event admission, so definitely check out roadamerica.com for that, because we're going to be celebrating our 70th anniversary during that event.
Be a part of race day at Road America. Visit roadamerica.com to get tickets.
Summer's not over yet, and neither are the sizzling deals at Metro Kia Madison. Right now, drive home a brand new 2025 Kia Sorento with 0% APR for 48 months, just $20.83 per $1,000 borrowed. Or plug into the future with the 2025 Kia EV6 with 0% APR for 60 months, $16.67 per $1,000. But hurry, just like summer, these deals end September 2nd. Hurry into Metro Kia Madison today and browse their inventory at metrokiamadison.com.
Electric bills are out of control, but with federal incentives, you can go solar with zero upfront cost and start saving hundreds a month. Badgerland Exteriors and Solar is a local and family-owned company, and they make the switch to solar simple. No pressure, no hassle, just honest.
AJ with Badgerland Exteriors here. Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
Preseason football is underway and college football is here, so don't miss any of the action this season on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in and win up to 2,000 times your money. Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. Join millions of users and sign up today. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
Brian here from Canopy Wealth Management. At Canopy, we create strategies that are tailored to your needs and goals. We've invested heavily in client-friendly software so your assets and plan progress are available to view in one place at any time. Whether you prefer only the high-level information or enjoy the intricate details of the planning process, we've got you covered. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
The High Life Dive Bar giveaway is brought to you by Miller High Life. Celebrate local dives with the champagne of beers. Miller High Life.
Jim, Matt, Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Miller High Life giveaway. Congratulations to our winner, Primetime Wollersheim. Who do we have
congrats,
call in to
Ryan.
be our big winner today?
Oh, yeah, huge day for me, guys. No.
Yeah, you won the High Life. I can't believe you pulled that off.
He called in.
Hey, guys, I'm always in the High Life. What can I say? No, but our actual winner today was Jonathan in Madison.
Nice win, Jonathan. You're going to enjoy the Miller High Life from our friends at Miller High Life. Step into nostalgia, by the way, with the Miller High Life Dive Bars of the Month. Listen right here to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy the best High Life specials in Madison, plus to celebrate our love for dive bars, giving away a case of Miller High Life to a lucky fan every Thursday, just like Jonathan in Madison. Live the high life with Jim, Matt, and Molly and enjoy the champagne of beers in its natural environment. A few examples where you can find that natural environment: Chief's Tavern, the Rail House, Ideal Bar, the Wisco, and Remington's Tavern. Chief's Tavern is the one that I have been to of that batch the most frequently. Actually, with my buddy Tier 1 Tyler, we went to Chief's Tavern. We watched a Thursday. You remember this Thursday night football game a few years ago? It was Raiders-Rams, and who was the Baker Mayfield came in and like 2 days later started for the Rams. That was that Thursday night football game, and Tyler and I watched it at Chief's Tavern.
You love to see, guys. I'm just really thrown off because I came across something on Twitter, which this is from the Little League World Series is also on right now too over in the Everlight Solar Studio. Love the uniforms. Jesse and I were looking at that right now. Chinese Taipei. Oh, they're laying down the bunt. Well, anyway, back to what
they
this
are
was.
sharp looking.
They jerseys are really sharp. How bad is it when the Little League World Series has to put out a full graphic saying that this is not the place for betting? What if we reach this as a society where it's just the text? We feel strongly that there is no place for betting on Little League games.
I gotta admit, I thought somewhere there'd be a line. I thought somewhere they would say, like, who's going to win the Little League World Series? If they're going to televise the games on ESPN, if it's going to be a national event. They've got even the regionals are on ESPN Plus now, and some of them are on big ESPN. Like, I would think.
I think they were showing them on ESPN Bet the other day, too, yeah.
Joe Fortenbaugh's got it for us.
I can't believe I'm seeing this, that there is a full graphic to discourage betting on Little League baseball. I'm sure that there's
where we're at.
Yep. That's just where I just wanted to bring that up just because I was so thrown off by seeing this.
You're spoiling Molly's game, Pablo. There's going to be all Little League World Series lines.
I want California big in this one.
No, come on. Give me China Taipei, baby.
We're taking your irritations, sensory irritations on the carbless ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line, inspired by my story of coming back to the office at 10 o'clock last night and dumpster diving through my least favorite smelling gum that Primetime Willersheim likes to chew all the time to find a sheet of paper. I will keep this person's name and location anonymous because you'll understand in a second here.
Okay.
I work for 911, and we get 2 15-minute breaks in our day. The amount of times I'm actually eating and trying to hide it while I'm answering emergency and non-emergency calls is way more than you would think. Normally, I would sign off with my name and location. I think I'll leave that out this time. We appreciate that from our anonymous fan tuning in who is a big proponent of eating while on the phone. That's another one. You know what else gets, speaking of the phone, when you're on the phone and someone else that you're like in the same room with is talking to you, like telling you what to say to the other person on the phone. Like they'll say, call and make a dinner reservation, and I'm see if they can do 5. Stop talking to me. I get so flustered when that happens.
What was it? I was thinking of just more of when people honk at green lights too, or when a light turns green.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I'm the lead car. I'm enjoying myself. Maybe it's like I'm leaving here and just heading to the gym, heading home, whatever the case is. And as soon as that light turns green, why is everybody just so antsy? All right. The light has turned green. I'm going to turn. I see it. You honking, it just feels so passive-aggressive when people do it.
In driver's ed, they tell you, wait 3 seconds before you take off. You're just being a safe driver.
People don't wait here 5 seconds, apparently.
People like me.
Keep them coming on the carbless ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line, 844-770-3776. Jesse Nelson, Pablo Iglesias, in for the Jim, Matt, and Molly crew here this afternoon. We will be joined next by Jason Wilde, host of Wilde and Tausch, and of course, he writes for Channel3000.com, covering the Green Bay Packers. Joint practice today in Indianapolis. What do we know from it? We'll hear from Jason next on Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
So then they have to text the person, and she goes, yeah, I know, like, she makes them, like, with ginger specifically. I'm like, that must be what it is. It's ginger.
Gotta be ginger.
It's ginger. Because I'm like,
hold that Benadryl, I'm fine.
Those were just ginger cloves. Those weren't nuts.
Yeah, ginger clove, that's the thing.
Yes,
that's real.
Clearly, obviously.
It's not. No such thing as a clove of ginger.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank, with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Wisconsin football entering a pivotal year, missing the postseason for the first time in over 2 decades. Senior Rico Holman, all about self-accountability, the corner with his goals to help the team move forward.
Truly just to be a better leader. Like I said, just being intentional in those things. And, we always have the objectives. We always talk about Big Ten, college football players, but it all starts with the Big Ten. And we're striving for a Big Ten championship, and that's the standard around here, and that's what we want to try to achieve. Really that and just being a better leader of the group and bringing more guys along and holding each other accountable.
For long-lasting comfort and reliability, our craftsmen make it easy to trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Avondale Roofing is knocking on your door. Leaking roof? Man, that's a shame. Call the real pros. We running this game. We patch it, thatch it, no need to stress. Our crew shows up and cleans up the mess. No drips, no drafts, no drama at all. Just tight new shingles, then a leak-proof hall. Hey.
It's nothing but Avondale, baby. They keep it dry when the weather gets crazy. Hey.
Visit AvondaleRoofing.com. That is AvondaleRoofing.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
There's no second chances. There's no do-overs. We're definitely primed to take that next step. That's the focus and the goal.
This is your Green and Gold Fix on 100.5 ESPN.
It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, pain to get to where you want to go.
This Green and Gold Fix is driven by Metro Ford.
Joint practice day in Indianapolis for the Green Bay Packers and the Indianapolis Colts. The first of 2 joint practices this preseason for Green Bay. With quarterback Jordan Love already ruled out and a slew of Packers dealing with injuries, head coach Matt LaFleur talks about the joint practice and the second preseason game, despite some guys on the sideline.
We've been in, I would say, similar situations in the past, so you always lean into that, but ultimately you just gotta, every day's a new day in this league, and you just gotta be ready to adapt and adjust.
ESPN Madison will have you covered with updates from the joint practice all day long. I'm Alex Strofe.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Jason, quick question. You are one of one.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Thank you for helping me prove my point, Molly. Because my point, well, is this Matt Hamilton?
Okay. Molly said it best. I said fart in the bathtub. She said gross.
Do you have a question for Jason, or how is he supposed to respond to this?
He asked the questions to me. No bats.
By hanging up.
Jason Wilde is on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
What's up with that? What's up with that?
Jesse Nelson, Pablo Iglesias in for Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. And when he's not busy joining any other shows on ESPN Wisconsin, he'll sometimes carve time to join us.
You'll love to see it.
Jason Wilde, host of Wilde and Tausch, very well-produced show, weekdays 9 to noon, except tomorrow. Hi, Jason.
Sounds like a pretty bold strategy there for someone who has me on the show on a day I'm not even scheduled to be on it, and then tells me 4:45 and it's 4:56
ish.
Interesting strategy.
Well, so we were talking about things that irritate us.
Here's one.
It's a good example, I suppose. Gum is mine. It's very high on my list. And last night I had to drive back here to the studio after 9 p.m. and dumpster dive through an entire garbage can full of gum to find our list of winners for our ESPN Wisconsin Fantasy Football Draft contest that I forgot to send over. And the smell of the gum in the garbage can as I was trying to find the sheet of paper made me absolutely livid. And then I smelled it again when Ryan came in and started talking to me today in the studio when he was chewing the same brand of gum.
How much gum is our team chewing that the entire garbage can was filled with gum.
It's not like
are we exaggerating a bit?
It's not.
Is that what we're doing
It
here?
was not a gum blob full to the brim in the garbage.
You're thinking
can.
it's a full wad. It's not that. It's
No,
a few pieces, Jesse.
So if I can chime in here, it is a fair question from Jason, but it has been a lot of gum this week, Jason, because it was my birthday last week. Our teammate Holly bought me an entire pack, 8-pack of gum. So there is, I guess, what's 8 times 15? What is that?
Are you chain chewing it? Like
yes,
smoker?
I am convinced Ryan chews gum 22 hours of the day, sometimes 23 because he'll sometimes chew it while he's in there producing the show, which is very IPT.
I go through, I would say, half a pack a day. I'm a half a pack a day
half a
gum
pack
guy.
a day gum chewer.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Wild.
I am.
Ryan, we'll have to talk to you about this problem at another point.
Yeah, probably. I also have the bad tendency to have 2 pieces of gum in at once. I like having a bigger piece in my mouth.
I've done.
Don't tell them about Big League Chew.
Oh man, Big League Chew.
That loses its flavor too quickly, though. I'm not into Big League Chew.
Not if you're eating a whole pouch every 10 minutes, which apparently you'd be capable of.
Well, I'm going to go on the patch pretty soon for Big League Chew gum.
There you go. Well played.
So some of the other responses coming in on the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line. Robin Madison, skinny jeans. Alan and Wanakee, chalk. So glad I grew up in the 2000s. I would have never survived school when they had blackboards.
Yeah, now my skin's crawling just thinking about that.
A lot of people agreeing with the chewing. Jason, do you have one, or do you want to punt on this one?
I mean, certainly inconsiderate drivers.
Inconsiderate drivers, okay.
Yeah, not turning on their turn signals. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Or
it's not really
riding my, when I'm trying to get maximum good gas mileage, and you're, tailgating me when I'm going 1 mile an hour over the speed limit. Hey, go around, bro. I'm not in the fast lane. So, yeah, Jesse knows how that feels because he drives like a grandpa. But he must. He's gone through that.
Yeah. Jason Wilde joining us. What? So you weren't at you weren't at joint practice.
Certainly glad
today.
I waited for it.
Yeah, you weren't at joint practice in Indianapolis. So what can you tell us about what happened?
Thanks for pointing that out. Hey, you didn't do your job today. Thanks for joining us,
Jason. For the record, I'm not here to poo-poo any of these things.
I'm not saying you didn't do your job. I'm saying you didn't travel, so you were maybe watching the practice virtually or getting some updates.
Wait, a virtual
live streaming the practice.
Calling Jordan Love. He's not practicing. Hey, what's going on there, Jordan?
You just texted him.
What's going on?
FaceTiming Jordan
I wonder,
Love.
Hey, if you have a cast on your left hand, do you have to go voice to text, or do you text with one hand doing the typing?
I can't imagine Jordan Love doing voice to text. Like that is
so?
That is not an image I can see. Is him like sitting in a recliner chair with his phone up to it and, hey, Siri.
Wilde, stop bothering
text
me.
Josh Jacobs. Hey, really excited about what we're going to do on second down this year.
He's got to do it again because Siri got the wrong thing or whatever it was. Misheard him.
It is a good question. What would you do?
Thank you. I have become more of a talk to text guy because I have Apple CarPlay in both of our vehicles, and I'm trying to set a good example to our children who eventually I will allow to drive. So I definitely don't want to be looking at my phone or touching my phone whenever I'm driving them. So if Paula, most like your texts, I just ignore them till I stop moving.
Fair.
But if Paula reaches out about something, I use the voice to text function. But look, bottom line, based on what both LaFleur and Jordan said in Indianapolis, where I wasn't because I'm not doing my job today, it sounds like he's going to practice in some form or fashion next week. What that's going to look like, I think, is a really good question, and we'll have to wait and see. I don't think it's worth putting him in harm's way, especially during a preseason game, but maybe even during a preseason joint practice with the Seahawks. He did say, and Jesse, you know this because Tausch and you and I were talking about this, he said if this had happened during the season, he would not have had surgery. But because they have enough time between now and September 7th for the opener, That's why he went ahead and did it, so it could be repaired and it would be fixed fully instead of having to deal with it all season long. So I thought that was important. That, again, is another sign that this was a little procedure, as Goody called it. But, again, the time that he's missing, is it a huge deal? No, but it's a deal, right? Big deal, little deal, no deal. I think it's probably somewhere between a big and a little deal, kind of a medium deal, because I was saying this to KBN. The one thing that I think, whether you were at this practice today or not, you learned is that if the Packers ever have to play without Jordan Love and without 5 of their 6 top receivers, they're cooked.
Uh-oh.
That is not a recipe for success. So the hope would be that not only is Love going to be ready sooner rather than later, but all these other guys. Romeo Doubs, we talked about it this morning. He appeared to hurt his back on that play on Tuesday. He didn't practice today either. So 5 of their top 6, the only one practicing was Matthew Golden. So that is not a recipe for success offensively.
And it was bad? It looked bad?
Well, that's what I'm being told. I wasn't there.
Well, all right.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I don't know where I would be in the tiers, but I would say of people that support your career, Jesse, I am in one of the top tiers. Try to give you opportunities to speak on the show, whereas other shows, their producers very quiet, not a big role in terms of on air. Try to give you support. You always tell you when I disconnect, hey, great job today, Jesse. When you do things really good, you get a lot of praise. We tease you a little bit in a good-natured fashion. But I gotta say, this segment, that's not the greatest. I wouldn't be making that noise that I learned that you make, which is, I'm not even going to try to imitate it. I don't. There it is. That's the one. Yeah. So keep up the great work. What else you got?
Well, Jason, before we continue to keep roasting,
I've never been happier to talk to Pablo than I am right now.
I yield my time to Pablo for the remainder of the segment.
Well,
this is like that Won't Nelly earlier this
I gotta
week.
dig myself out from the.
Jesse, I think Jesse should just take a lap, and we'll continue with Packers talk here with Jason Wilde. Jesse actually has dropped his headphones and is going to be walking around here in the Everlight Solar Studio. So now it's just me and Jason. And Woolley, if you want to jump in on this too, you did. Okay, I got to paint the picture real quick here. Can we do like the reverse cam of what we've typically done on Wilde and Tausch? So those of you looking at the ESPN Madison YouTube channel right now, Primetime is getting this ready to go. Jesse, if we go into reverse cam, we'll get that going in a second on the YouTube stream. But for the meantime, Jason, I want to ask you about it still feels like the plan is kind of come as you go. They're figuring it out as they go right now with Jordan Love. But do you feel like, especially in this preseason time and getting this offense ready for the regular season, do you feel like that this is going to be a setback for an offense, honestly, for a core that dropped the most passes last season? How does this injury affect the offensive core getting ready for the regular season now?
Yeah, look, it's a setback. Now, is it a catastrophic setback? No, of course not. But the old saying holds true. The best, how you get better at playing football? By playing football. And these guys aren't playing football. Malik Willis is playing football in practice with the ones, and the ones that struggled today, according to those that are in Westfield, Indiana, not Carmel or whatever Tausch was making up today. The 5 of the 6 of your top receivers, that's insane to have that many guys sidelined. Like, if you think about, we were talking about this wide receiver group. I know I said this. I know I said it on Saturday Scramble. I know I said it on our show. They have 9 guys, like Ed Rooney and Ferris Bueller, 9 guys that are worthy of a roster spot in the NFL at wide receiver. Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed, Dontavion Wicks, Matthew Golden, Savion Williams, who are both day 1 or day 2 draft picks, Bo Melton, who they've moved to corner, Malik Heath, who has played a bunch for them these last 2 years, and then McCole Hardman, who had a really bad first game, no doubt about that. But dude's caught a game-winning touchdown in a Super Bowl. They don't have anybody that's done that on their roster besides him. And so we went from having these 9 guys that you're like, oh, my God, how are they going to find room for all of these? Well, they got to move Bo Melton to corner. That gets them down to 8. But and you got Watson starting on PUP. That gets them down to 7. So maybe they can keep all 7 of those on the 53-man roster when the season starts. Well, now you're sitting there going, their top receivers are Golden, followed by like Cornelius Johnson and James Shepard or Sam Shepard or Old Shepard. Shepard is the guy's last name. I sound like the Badgers outsider, last name Roberson. So there's like, they have had so many injuries to the guys that they expect to play the majority of their snaps. I don't see how you can see this as something that isn't a setback. It's just a question of how much they can mitigate how big of a setback and how much of a challenge it creates.
We have now, if you're seeing this, Jason, I highly encourage to just check this out on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Jesse, well, now he's looking at the camera. We do have reverse cam going, but Jesse at one point did put himself in timeout into the corner, so it's just you and I. Jesse has punted on this segment and is just gonna take some time to himself in the corner.
Well, I'm sure he got that same treatment as an only child growing up in Muskego when he would be naughty. I'm sure
Savage.
Usher George ushered him to the corner to be punished. So I'm sure this is nothing new for him.
Well, Jason, before we get going here and let you go, the biggest headline or the biggest stories that, again, Jordan Love, we didn't know if he was going to play anyway this week, regardless of the procedure. But, some other things that you're looking forward to with this week as preseason continues.
Yeah, look, they've got a lot of guys that are fighting for roster spots here. And there's, again, these injuries, which are certainly not ideal, and you certainly would rather not deal with them. There are some silver linings to them, right? I mean, look, at safety, today I saw that they had at one point on the field in their nickel package, they had Javon Bullard at nickel, and then the 2 safeties were Evan Williams and Katan Oladapo. That means that they had the 3 safeties they all drafted in last year's draft all on the field at the same time. That's great for those guys. Like, we know Evan Williams is going to be a starting safety. He is the best of that threesome as the 4th-round pick last year. We know that they like the versatility of Javon Bullard, but they needed to find out more about Katan Oladapo, and that's happening here. I want to see what Lucas Van Ness does in this game because, all indications – even before today's practice, where apparently he had a sack on Anthony Richardson, were that, things are starting to click for him. Now, I would caution and say we were saying the same thing about Rashawn Gary last year in camp, and then Zach Tom came back from his pectoral injury, and suddenly we didn't hear much about Rashawn Gary, and he only had 7.5 sacks last year, and he finished 45th in the league in pressures and 60th in the league in pressure percentage, according to ESPN. Those are not elite numbers. So just because you have a strong start in training camp doesn't necessarily translate to success once the season starts. But it's much better than stinking it up in camp. And Lucas Van Ness has had a strong camp to this point. So I want to see what he does in Saturday's game. I want to see what Jordan Morgan does, right? I mean, they're not. I don't think they're going to play like Elton Jenkins at center. I think they're going to keep most of their clear-cut starters out, but they have to figure out who's going to be their starting left tackle. And if Rasheed Walker's able to go, I don't know how much he was able to do today, but they need to figure that out. So there's a lot to keep an eye on, and we just have to wait and see how some of those things play out. But preseason games are not. The juice is not worth the squeeze for crucial players, in my opinion, and they've gotten that tough lesson with Jordan Love and this thumb injury. But for the guys that are trying to make the team, that have a lot to prove, these preseason games are enormous and part of the equation on evaluating them, and they need these games to show what they can do.
He is Jason Wilde, three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year. You could also hear him on Wilde and Tausch every weekday, 9 to noon. Jason, thank you for sticking along or riding this one out and salvaging what ended up being a good conversation of Packers talk because of your producer over here, Jesse Nelson, just deciding to go off into the corner. So, Jason, we thank you for everything that you've done, and hope you enjoy the rest of your Thursday.
Yeah, watch this now, because when you guys come back, I can tell you exactly what Jesse's going to do. He's going to talk about how unselfish it was for him to leave the segment to make it a success, and how he should be praised for making that decision on, giving up his valuable airtime to make the segment better. So just be prepared for that. I'm telling you, that's coming. Wooly, cut his mic if he tries that, okay?
Our noble hero, Jesse Nelson. He is Jason Wilde. Jason, thanks again. We appreciate you.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
Oh, man. What a segment this has been. Jesse's still in the corner. It's me in prime time. We got to start. We're a little behind on starting the 5 o'clock hour. We are already in the 5 o'clock hour, but we will start that on the other side. We also want to jump onto the talk and text line, too. Got this from Jeremiah and Madison. Man buns is apparently annoying, and don't worry, we're going to be talking to a man with some luscious locks. Matt Hamilton is joining us to start the 5 o'clock hour. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
I'm a nut.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 19th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in August 19th at 7:05 on WISC TV in Madison, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports and Update, brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's premier roofing, siding, and window contractor since 2002. Visit them at ridgetopexteriors.com. With the Green Bay Packers out in Indianapolis today for joint practices against the Colts, and quarterback Jordan Love still sitting out of any practice sessions after he underwent surgery for a ligament issue on his non-throwing hand on his thumb. He was spotted wearing a cast at today's practices. Now, Coach Matt LaFleur was asked questions about how his quarterback is doing post-surgery.
Surgery went well, and he's in great spirits, and he's here with us. So, yeah, now it's just about putting in the work to get the thumb rehab.
LaFleur also asked a question post that after whether this means Jordan Love will be able to return to throwing activities soon.
I wouldn't say right away, but we anticipate there'll be some sort of participation next week.
That audio courtesy of Ashley Washburn of TMJ4 Sports in Milwaukee. Also head over to ESPN.com for all your Packers news, notes, and updates. Also listen back to Jason Wilde's appearance just now, and Jim, Matt, and Molly. Listen back to that one on the new ESPN Wisconsin app. Jim, Matt, and Molly, second hour starting right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special. Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's gonna swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other. Ooh! I was hoping to find a hole in your logic.
Battle of wits. I'm always willing to sign up for one with you.
No,
ham and jelly. I feel like I've emerged victorious in that particular
Well, no, you just
joust.
emerged wrong. It's not victorious. You just stuck to your guns. Your wrong opinion.
I forgot we were talking about this morning. I even said, like, I'm going to take the L, but I'm going to stand by what I said.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I feel like you're doing right now.
In a nutshell, really.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison with Pablo Iglesias, here's Jesse Nelson.
Well, look who's back.
My timeout's over. 15-minute timeout.
You did it. You did it.
I deserved it. I know. Sometimes you own it sometimes. misbehaved a little bit. I got after Jason for not being in Indianapolis. He called me out. He shot me down pretty good. I took the L.
There is something that I think we need to do right now, and I kind of feel antsy to do it. You ready?
Sure.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. I just wanted to do that.
So you can tell Rutledge that.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
He's Pablo Iglesias, Jim's co-host of The Jump Around, ESPN Madison's digital Badger show every Thursday.
New episode just dropped today, too. Find it on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
And I am the producer of Wilde and Tausch. My name is Jesse Nelson. And we are in for Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. When the mountains are blue, you guys know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light. What?
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
What was that?
There's a lot of hotkeys on this page. Sometimes my finger slips. Is all it is. The crow is right next to Jesse going.
Ooh.
Well, a lot of people have called that spooky here in our ESPN Madison office. So I thought it was actually. Was that a mistake, or was that like a happy little accident?
The crow made it a little extra ominous, is what it did.
I like that.
Yeah.
Happy little accident. That was in honor of Pete Crow Armstrong and the Cubs, now falling 8 games behind the Brewers after losing the Blue Jays.
Cubs
today.
lost today to the Blue Jays, so the Brewers are 8 games up in the NL Central. Pete Crow Armstrong. Pretty good. Let's check in. How are things going down there with old Craig Counsell, Pete Crow?
Oof. It's just almost...
Yeah, not good. Yeah. Pete Crow Armstrong says, not great.
Yikes.
So here's the fun fact. There's a fun Brewers fact every day during this streak, during this run, really for the last 6-7 weeks. Today's fun fact. The Brewers could lose every game from here to the end of the Cubs series. The Cubs could win every game from here to the end of the Cubs series. And the Brewers would still be in first place in the National League Central Division standings.
This is absolutely absurd. I was, I love the Christian Yelich numbers. Looking at this because went back and found some sound from the Saturday Scrambles show that I'm also a part of too here on ESPN Madison.
Yes,
and
every Saturday morning.
Yep,
yeah.
every Saturday morning. Corey Sparks, Hunter Vaughn, and I this upcoming Saturday too. I'm sure we'll talk a lot of Brewers. And Dom Catronio, when he was on earlier, I went back and talked about this. He said that a healthy Christian Yelich has been a big thing. That's been one of the huge things this season. And ever since he said that, which is on July 5th, Yelich in the last 30 games hitting .282, 33 hits, 6 homers, 20 ribbies, and 24 runs. You gotta love seeing a healthy Yelich.
Take that for data.
Healthy Yellie's good. I mean, the whole team's just been awesome, as we all
it.
know. Speaking of awesome, you know who's awesome?
Who's that?
One of the hosts of Jim, Matt, and Molly, and that's Molly Brown. But she couldn't join us today, so we called Matt Hamilton instead.
It was a good setup.
The Olympic gold medalist Matt Hamilton joins us. Matt, where are you?
I am in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Oh, that's not international. I thought you were flying on a plane to Scotland.
He could
Sunday.
still from
Sunday.
Minneapolis.
Oh, so you're on a vacation before you go on your other vacation.
By your standard that you're using vacation, then I'll say yes. But I wouldn't quite qualify either as vacation.
Also, Jesse going out of his way to vacation shame others on the radio.
I'm off tomorrow. I'm
That's
working.
that's wild. that you're doing
Two-a-days
that.
all week this week for the old Jesse, and then tomorrow we'll take a day off.
Thank you for your service.
So, Matt, I'm glad you joined. Matt Hamilton, I've never asked you this question, but I think I'm going to know the answer. What is your stance on rom-coms?
Just as a movie genre?
Yeah, as a genre, do you like rom-coms? Are you supportive of rom-coms? Where do you stand on them?
I really liked the 2000 rom-com series, right? You had a lot of Adam Sandler.
Uh-huh.
They're all a little more on the jovial side. I'm not a huge fan of current rom-coms. I think that they go a little more rom, and I'm looking for a little more com. So
You like a good 50-50 split, I see. Yeah, understandable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Wedding Singer, 50-50 First Dates.
Well, here, hang on.
kind of stuff.
Hold that thought now, because Pablo Iglesias is in your chair today with you and Jim and Molly all gone. And Pablo has been sharing since we started the show. He wants to run a rom-com analogy by us, and I figured this would be as good a time as any for him to do that with you joining us. Mr. Rom-Com, Pablo Iglesias, what do you want to tell us about the Milwaukee Brewers and a rom-com of the 2000s?
Well, I feel like that, especially because there's, for the most part, and Matt, I think you can agree with this too, is that you and I are both eternal optimists. We always try to see the best out of any situation, and especially right now where people are trying to, there's some backlash of if the Brewers, can they keep this up? Can they stay where they're at? And I'm just like, you know what? Let's just enjoy the ride, because I almost feel like that right now the Brewers are on this type of rom-com, type of coming of age arc right now, where I don't know what it was this morning when I was thinking of 13 going on 30, when it was Jennifer Garner's character wanted all these like different things, or she wanted to get away from like this one situation, and when she becomes an adult, everybody thinks that she's this type of person, but in all reality it's like she learns that Mark Ruffalo, who was this chubby guy, and it was like, I think Mark Ruffalo almost is like the Brewers from years past, where everybody thinks it's like, oh, they're never going to evolve into anything, they're never going to be anything special in my life, they're just going to be the same old thing, it's going to repeat. But in all reality, when Jennifer Garner has her adult phase and she goes through this, I don't know what is this that's playing right now.
This is a note from Grandma from The Wedding Singer, the musical.
Okay, the musical. Okay, well, there's just a lot of different things going on here. But Matt, essentially, I feel like that right now the Brewers are in like the best part of the rom-com arc, where it's that they are in their glow-up era. They are, they can rewrite history here. They don't have to fall into what everybody believes who they are, and that they're going to fall in the playoffs, and they're, it's like the sky is falling. It's like, no, enjoy the ride, and I just feel like that's where we're at.
Matt?
Pablo, I agree with you. I do agree with you, but I do think you should check the label on your multivitamin chewable morning vitamin, because I think there's some CBD and some other things in there that might have kicked you off on this. This was a true shower thought, and I'm impressed, and two, I just gotta like give you credit for taking this deep dive and taking a shot, because I hardly followed you. I have an idea of what you're saying. Yes, ride the wave. I truly agree. But as far as comparing it to a rom-com, I think you should stick to having the munchies and having something to drink after that, rather than diving deep into that psyche of yours, because that was a stretch.
I gotta admit, I don't know what the hell you just said.
We just went for it.
Like this music started playing in the middle of it, and you're Mark Ruffalo, and I don't know if Mark Ruffalo's the Brewers or Jennifer Garner's the Brewers.
No, Mark Ruffalo
the whole
is the
Brewers. And, doesn't each rom-com have kind of its own, like, it's not all...
It's a coming-of-age type of thing.
No,
that's where the
Brewers
Brewers
all different. Like 50 First Dates and 13 Going on 30 do not have the same plot.
Oh, my
They do not.
That's why I think I would stick to keeping those thoughts in the shower. We're bouncing them off everyone before in show prep.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
That's not nice.
It's okay. I'll take the L here.
That's not nice.
I'll take the L here.
He tried real hard at that 13 Going on 30 reference. No one on sports radio today referenced a movie from 2004 any better than Pablo did just now.
That's fair enough.
I guess.
Yes, Pablo, you should hang your hat on that.
Thank you. I feel very proud of myself.
I'd like to ask a different question of Matt.
I do appreciate the full sentence.
Yeah. He tried. He tried. That's all we ask around here.
Heck yeah.
Matt, I do.
For it.
Here's something I want to ask you, because there has been one bit of pushback on the success that the Brewers have had since we celebrated it with burgers here in the studio yesterday. Obviously, winners of 12 straight, being where they're at now. I would like to ask the Olympic gold medalist, is there such a thing in sports as peaking too early, or is that a myth? Because I think it's something that fans can all look at. Team's peaking too early. Look at the Brewers here. They're 6 weeks out. Look at that. Like they're I wish they were saving this run for when it was actually October. And I feel like athletes will tell you that that's not really a thing. Am I reading that situation correct?
No, yeah, you're entirely wrong, actually. Peaking is 100% the thing. I try our team. So here's the thing. Maintaining one level of play is extremely difficult to do. Either someone figures you out and you've got to tweak your game, or you've got to continue to play at that high level. It's not necessarily that you're needing a break because you're playing at a high level, so you're laying off. It's just really good teams are going to figure things out about you, and you're going to have to continue to evolve. Our team really focuses on peaking in February, typically, because that is when the national championships go, and that's when it leads into the world championships. And we'll try and get to a peak again later in the season, closer to like April. This year is very different, hence the reason I'm gone more this year than I am last year early in the season. We're trying to peak in November for the Olympic trials. So I definitely have a part in this schedule and making sure this team and myself is going to be peaking at the right time. So yes, it 100% is a real thing. Do I think the Brewer, there isn't a defined, how many times you can and cannot peak in a season either. The Brewers might be able to make another run into October, right? So I wouldn't quite dismiss it, is what I'm getting at.
I appreciate the insights, and who am I to tell the Olympic gold medalists what is and is not? Isn't the definition of peak it is one singular thing, like saying you have a best friend? Isn't a peak the top of the mountain? So
I would say think of it more like a radio wave, right? You're going to have peaks and valleys.
Okay.
And the entire distance is you can get just as high as you were before. That would still be reaching the peak, but it would be multiple times. No, it's not necessarily just one up, and then once you hit it, you're done. You're able to bounce back, and good teams can, but not all of them do. We've seen plenty of teams have good middles of the season and then fall off. I would say that they peaked and then fizzled out, or some people would say they peaked and then got figured out.
I don't want to kick anybody while they're down, but I think his analogy to the radio waves is probably making a little more sense than whatever the hell you were doing.
Yeah, you know what? We tried. I think I might do. So, Matt, I don't know if I know you've been traveling a lot. Jesse ended up punting and sitting into the corner while I was talking to Jason for the rest of the segment. I almost kind of feel like doing the same thing and just putting myself in a timeout corner.
Just a couple of timeouts today.
Yeah, it has not been a hot day. See, the thing is it frustrates me because I had it flushed out this morning and then clearly just flushed out of my brain. But it is what it is.
How to not lose a game in 14 days? You could have gone with.
I think Pablo's just got to get back in the shower, honestly.
Yeah, I got to hit the showers.
Try some of that stuff Matt was talking about earlier.
Yeah, hit the showers.
It'll help you.
Yeah, right.
Or maybe you need to get over to Ruth's
Be sure
Chris.
to share your morning routine.
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. You know what? You tried hard, Pablo, and that's what counts. Go get yourself a nice steak. Matt, can you tell everybody about how great Ruth's Chris Steakhouse is?
Absolutely. You can head over there right now for that sizzle, swizzle, and swirl happy hour. Great deal on beers. They've got an awesome side menu there to their steak sandwiches, bunch of appetizers. We tried the skins, the zucchini skins. They were fantastic. Check out Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Say hi to Craig or Lee. Craig will know your beverage. Lee will make sure you have the best restaurant experience possible because that is the standard of Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton.
Matt, thanks for taking time out of your vacation before the vacation when neither is an actual vacation to join us on your radio show today. That's very humble of you. Appreciate that.
Hey, you know what? Love to be on the show, and especially when you're going off on rom-coms and how they somehow equate to the curling or either the sports season of some team. I got to be there to bring everyone back down to earth,
This is a segment, Pablo.
Normally that's not my role, but
this is really. I'm doing what I can, Matt, to try to fill your shoes. It's tough. Got to do a lot here.
Something. All right. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
Pablo, just think of yourself like Adam Sandler in 50 First Dates and overcoming adversity. That's what you need to do. Pretend your radio career is a sitcom and your rom-com and you're coming of age right now.
You actually should be the love interest in 50 First Dates where you forget everything by the next segment so you're back and ready to go for the next one like nothing happened.
You know, I always said that I do feel like I give off Drew Barrymore energy. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yes, I have 100. I've said that every single day of my life.
Appreciate it, Matt. We'll catch up later.
See ya.
Olympic gold medalist Matt Hamilton. He hosts this show, by the way. I don't know if you knew that.
You could have saved me. I was drowning in that whole thing.
No, it's better that way.
Yeah. You fell down in the shower and you could not get up.
There was no saving that ship.
Yep. It's gone. I don't even know if the ship really left the ship set sail.
I trusted that you were going to have something really profound to share with the class there, and we got that.
It's like hot flashes going. It's like I'm back in grade school again, and I just whiffed. I just whiffed on that project.
13 going on 30, a great Netflix streaming movie. We'll all watch tonight and see if we can figure out what Pablo was trying to say.
Sports.
In the meantime, let's hear, as we head to our commercial break, we're going to play Molly's Game coming up next. Chance for you to bounce back, Pablo, with a round of Molly's Game.
Let's do it.
Coming up next. Before we do so, let's hear from Jim Rutledge talking about Carbon World Health. It's Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You've heard me talk about Carbon World Health and semaglutide and hormone optimization for a while now. What are you waiting for if you haven't checked it out? Dr. Ness Rodriguez is the expert on both of those things. He's been a leader on both of those things because he is a doctor. He understands what will work best for your body. So the best way to get into the best shape of your life is to combine the right workout plan for you along with, if needed, some medical help, whether it's GLP-1s or hormone optimization. Go to carbonworldhealth.com to see how they can help you today.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
So, random Marlin player, Dan Ugla.
All that's going through my head right now is UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly.
I'll give you another one real quick before we get to our side of the poll question.
You ugla. You ugla.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
It's the summer sales event at Metro Ford Madison, and the deals are still heating up. Drive home in a 2024 Ford F-150, Bronco Sport, or Mach-E with 0% APR for 48 months, $20.83 per $1,000 finance. But wait, there's more! Get a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on new vehicles and 90 days with no payments with approved credit. But hurry, these hot offers end September 2nd. Head to Metro Ford Madison today and visit metrofordmadison.com.
The Bucky Badger Student Mascot Fund was created to support the amazing student athletes who bring the best mascot in the world to life. Hey, my name is Stacy Bruner. I was Bucky Badger from 2010 to 2014. My most memorable sports moment was running out the flag at the 2013 Rose Bowl versus Stanford. Your donation will help fund new scholarships to ensure that the rich tradition of Bucky lives on. Learn more at supportbucky.org. That's supportbucky.org.
Get your team ready and spend your fall evenings with MSCR on the basketball and volleyball courts. Hey, it's Jesse Nelson. Registration for Madison School and Community Recreation's adult fall volleyball and basketball leagues is now open. Men's, women's, and all gender leagues are forming now for play beginning in early October at locations all around Madison. MSCR Sports Leagues offer fun for every level of player and welcome all participants. For more information and to register, go to mscrsportsleagues.org. That's mscrsportsleagues.org.
The biggest games.
Back-to-back state championships. Still going. Lowers his shoulder into the end zone. Touchdown, Wanakee.
The most compelling stories.
Where are you going to be playing basketball next year?
I'm proud and excited to announce that I'll be going to the University of Charleston.
We are now joined by the Executive Director of the WIAA, Stephanie Hauser.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Bringing summer gatherings to the next level is just another thing we do at Celebrations Entertainment. Hi, it's Jeffrey. With rental items like sound equipment, photo booths, and even yard games, you can make your event the party that everyone talks about. Any event like graduation parties, block parties, or even a backyard barbecue can be elevated with fun, interactive items to make everyone ask, hey, how'd you pull this off? Just tell them celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly. I've been drinking ZOA Energy for a while now, and I absolutely love it. ZOA is my go-to beverage when I need a boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks. It's packed with natural ingredients like vitamin B and C, electrolytes, and has zero sugar. It fuels my workouts and busy days. I recently had twins, and I have a toddler, so I need all of the energy I can get. Head over to ZOAEnergy.com to find the location nearest to you to pick up some ZOA for yourself. ZOA Energy for balance and drive.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
I suppose it is Phish Thursday here on Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. No Jim, no Matt, no Molly, although Jim and Matt did join the show today. You can find those full appearances on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
No, you don't. You don't have to listen to
maybe
Matt's.
the Matt one you could see.
Yeah, I think so it got lost somewhere in the archives there.
For Pablo's sake. Yeah, it was rough.
It was something.
We did have a laugh. But it's Phish Thursday because we are off tomorrow. The Brewers have a 5:40 first pitch tomorrow.
Cincinnati.
Little schedule adjustment tomorrow. For those of you who do enjoy the very popular Kyle Bruston-Nortman program, it will expand to 3 hours tomorrow, 2 to 5. And that'll lead us right into Brewers baseball here on Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN. Brewers-Reds, 5 o'clock pregame tomorrow with 5:40 first pitch.
Love
Burgers.
It. Jesse, I will have to say this. I remember... What was it? Back in high school, I will say that there's a moment now that's kind of clicking with me that makes me realize that, yeah, maybe my high school teacher was right when he had said this one thing where I remember what my Spanish teachers, we had a moment. We talked about we had projects and we had presentations, and I don't know if I was necessarily truly prepared for it. A la probably like our last segment where our teacher used me as a good example, basically saying he's like, hey, you guys could either do this or you could just speak out of your ass like Pablo does and just hope for the best. So I think that, you know what? I think my Spanish teacher was definitely onto something, and I just didn't realize it at this point. So
Yeah, that's it. And
I'd say
some things don't change.
Sometimes.
of Madison Oil.
Spanish class.
Not always the case, but sometimes it happens.
I'm going to help you out here.
Thank you. Please do. I'm still sinking.
It is time for us to play Molly's game. And I believe what we're going to do is put you in your element. You host the Jump Around.
Let's do it.
ESPN Madison's weekly Badgers dedicated podcast and digital show on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and on the Varsity Podcast and wherever you get your podcasts. So, primetime Ryan Wollersheim has prepared some Badgers-related questions for us for the upcoming season. This is in your element. This is your zone now, talking Badger football, okay? You feel good about that?
No rom-com comparisons here. Let's just get to this.
Prime, take it away.
Hi. I am looking for Molly. I've been searching everywhere and I can't seem to find Molly.
This is Molly's Game, hosted by America's favorite bookie, Molly Brown.
Yeah, guys, we'll know Molly Brown today because she's too busy taking care of 5 kids while on their way back from Arizona today. They're at the airport, she told me. So I definitely said, hey, why don't you take the time to handle that situation? I'll handle Molly's game today.
It's very noble of you, very kind.
Our true hero.
Thank you. Yes, how can you not be romantic about Badgers football? Which is why I prepared everything related to Molly's game today for the Badgers season opener, which is 2 weeks from now. It'll be an 8 p.m. kickoff against Miami of Ohio at Cap Randall.
Wow.
So
2 weeks from tonight.
It's right. So how do we feel about a Thursday night game, real quick? Yay, nay. Football's back.
Season opener, I'm here for it.
Yeah, season opener, I like it. I actually really love it because then it frees you up on the opening Saturday of college football.
That's
the
true.
opening weekend of college football is the best weekend of the year.
I like the Friday last year. I like the Thursday game only for week 1. I don't like them in the middle of the season.
I hope there's a Monday game, too. It's just college football beyond belief.
Belichick, North Carolina, Monday night.
Yeah, North Carolina TCU, I believe. But we're focused on the Badgers season opener against Miami of Ohio, the Red Hawks. So, guys, the Badgers currently 17.5-point favorites over Potawatomi Sportsbook and Casino. Will the Badgers cover, and what is your final score prediction for the game? Pablo, I'll start with you.
Let's see. All right, what's do we have the over-under on us, too?
I do not have it on me. I can find it.
Okay. I say the Badgers cover. Right, we'll talk about this a little bit more. We did talk about this on the jump around. I do feel like that this is a season where the Badgers are very much about walking the walk and talking the talk. You know, over the last couple seasons, it felt like that they were trying to push out there with the air raid, and unfortunately that just didn't come to fruition. But I like what Jeff Grimes has instituted already. And I've said this on multiple episodes of the jump around, which you can hear too on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and on the ESPN Wisconsin app. I do feel like that these guys need to come in and play bully ball. I'm not trying to see how the last 2 weeks of last season where they kind of scraped by and it just looked a little sus. Don't give me that. I do feel like just based off the energy from when I've been in practice that this team feels loose, but they're like ready to take heads off too. So you know what? I'm going to go for it. Full send. Badgers cover.
Badgers cover the 17.5, and it is an over-under of 40.5. So what's your final score prediction, Pablo?
17.5. Jesse, real quick. I got to do some math. Are you gonna go with the over/under? Let me do some math real quick.
Last year, the Wisconsin offense, which is not the same offense that they're running this year, last year they only scored more than 24 points 5 times. And one of those games was the Nebraska game where they got trounced and had a 2-point conversion at some point late in the game to get over to 25. They don't score a ton of points, and I think they'll get back to what we want to see this year. But Miami, Ohio is a decent MAC program that's been, an established school that's had some success. And Wisconsin's going to take a little time to figure this thing out early in the season. So I am going to say preliminary. In my opinion, by the way, I'm going to say I want this subject to change as we get closer to kickoff 2 weeks from now.
That's not how Molly's game works.
Well, for this sake, I'm going to say this. I might change my opinion 2 weeks from now on the pregame show.
Okay.
But right now, I do not think Wisconsin covers 17.5.
All right. And score prediction?
I'm going to say they're going to win the game. So I'm going to say Wisconsin 20. Should I say they go over 24 after I just dropped that nugget? Yeah, 27-17. Wisconsin beats Miami, Ohio.
All right, and then Pablo, what's your score prediction?
38-17.
38-17. All right. I like the 17s there.
Yeah, I respect the Mac. I mean, the Maction's always great. And I do get what Jesse's saying, too. But there are some things you're probably going to work out some kinks. But also, I think this is going to be a dominant Wisconsin game. Again, I'm at least hoping that I see bully ball these first 2 weeks.
Okay. We are excited for that Jeff Grimes offense.
Reliable, violent offense.
Like that.
Let's do it.
Very excited. All right, guys, but we're also excited to know who will lead the Badgers in rushing and receiving yards for the game. Rushing plus receiving yards for the game. So essentially, who's their best wide receiver or running back in the contest? Jesse, I'll start with you here. Who's your pick?
I mean, Vinny Anthony is the returning guy, so if you think they're going to be successful in the air, he would be the pick. Unless you want to go with one of the mystery guys that's going to be emerging in the offense.
But do we think they're going to be heavy in the air in the new...
Reliable,
I don't think so.
Offense.
I don't think they will be. So I think I'm going to go with Dylan Jones. And this is how he was described in one of the interviews I was watching recently with him. A straight up and down, downhill runner. Like, he doesn't do much moving left and right. He's going to get the ball. He's going to run straight forward. And if we think that Badger offensive line is going to be good enough to open up holes against Miami, Ohio, that could spring him loose a few times. So I'm going to go Dylan Jones, and I'm going to hope there's one big run of 50-plus yards that puts him in the end zone that helps propel him to that statistical victory for me.
Pablo, who do you think leads the Badgers in combined rushing receiving yards?
I'm backing up on Dylan Jones too. I love what I've seen.
2 for 2?
Two for two on that
Interesting.
one. I love what I've seen in practice. I got to talk to him for a little bit too, and as Jesse mentioned, that's how he describes himself, as this downhill runner. He's strong, and just from a player side of it too, I love the confidence that he's bringing in. It seems like that he's really he's learning, but he's also just taking it head on. Like, he is just really excited to be there. But I'm also just excited in general for the running back room too. But if I were to pick a lead right now and a guy who's going to really, really ball out come week one, it's going to be Dylan Jones.
Cade Yakimelli could be a sneaky pick in that game, though, because of what he can do in the passing game too.
I was just about to mention that.
Yeah.
He's got good hands. He does have good hands.
One thing I did read about Dylan Jones is that he's struggling so far as a pass catcher.
Yeah.
He's a little double catcher.
I'm banking on running the ball effectively in that first game for him to get to that number for me. So
I will say, not to be too much of a homer, I got to support my Chicago guy too, and I've seen him make some crazy catches. Darian Dupree.
Just about to say.
Luke Fickell even said it last year. There was a play that was called dead, but Luke Fickell was like, I actually don't think that ball hit the ground that Dupree caught. He's like, I have no idea how he made that catch.
Wow.
And he's like, they shouldn't have called that down. So I'm going to tell you, man, the way that he's shifty, he's elusive, he's slippery. That's how I would describe Darian Dupree out of this mix of the running backs.
All right, well, quick one for the last one here, guys. How many total yards will Billy Edwards have? Over, under 300.5 total yards. I'm making up this line on the spot right now. Pablo, over, under 300.5 total yards for Billy Edwards. Badgers new quarterback.
I say under, but not by much. I want to see more of the run game established because when Jake Butt was here on Big Ten Network too, he did point out that the run game can really help the unit as a whole, and I feel like that's what the Badgers should rely more on. Let's be honest. We know what RBU is when it's at its fullest, when it's at its finest. But I think relying on the run game is going to be
Billy
big.
Edwards could be part of that run game too, though.
That is fair.
Can be a versatile player there.
So we're saying total? Are we saying passing and rushing?
This is total yards.
Oh, okay. That's my fault. I will. Yeah, he is a good runner. He's solid. You know what? If I think he's just under 200 and something passing yard or 300 something passing yards, yeah, I think he goes. I think he breaks it.
So he averaged 240 passing yards a game last year at Maryland.
He had a terrible offensive line.
And he did have a terrible offensive line.
Did that with no one.
The line you set was what?
300.5.
I'm going to take the under for the first game. Under for the first game. I think it's going to be more running back centric, kind of like almost like not a preseason game, but kind of more vanilla to get things started, and then that'll open up as the season goes on. That's my prediction there.
Okay. Well, we got to wrap this one up here because we got to make sure we actually stay on the clock for the final segment, guys.
We do. So very quickly, I'm going to tell you about J&K Security Solutions. For over 35 years, J&K has been Madison's trusted name in security. Whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, they're your one-stop shop for all things security. From cutting-edge intercom systems for your office to simply replacing that old lock on your front door, they've got you covered. With a network of top-tier suppliers, they create customized solutions tailored just for you. At J&K, customer service is their top priority, and your peace of mind is always their mission. Visit them today at jksecurity.com and experience the J&K difference. Your home, your business, our priority. And as we head to break, that was Molly's game. We should probably hear from Molly Brown telling us about Potawatomi Sportsbook on Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Hey, all you sports bettors, if you aren't making your wagers at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you're missing out on an elite experience. Their state-of-the-art venue has dozens of self-serving betting kiosks, seating for over 200 people, a first-class bar and restaurant, and a VIP deck. If that's not enough for you, there's a giant video wall that's over 2,000 square feet. If you're short on time, they have free 20-minute reserved structure parking, and in a major move for all sports bettors out there, you can now use your Potawatomi rewards cards at most self-serving betting kiosks and the betting counter. Bet on your favorite sports and earn rewards points along the way. Now that's a winning play. Bet above the rest. Learn more at paysbig.com/sportsbook.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Looking to join an international quality golf club right here in Madison? Discover TPC Wisconsin, an instant classic in the heart of the Midwest. With a course co-designed by Steve Stricker and PGA Tour Designs, it's the 13th and newest TPC Network golf club in the world. Other high-quality amenities include a short game practice area, athletic performance center, and meeting and dining facilities, plus membership benefits that reach around the globe. Schedule a tour at tpcwisconsin.com and start your journey to a lifetime of priceless golf.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bars of the Month. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy the best High Life specials in Madison. Plus, to celebrate our love for dive bars, we'll be giving away a case of Miller High Life to one lucky fan every Thursday. Live the high life with Jim, Matt, and Molly and enjoy the champagne of beer in its natural environment. Like Chief's Tavern, The Rail House, Ideal Bar, The Wisco, and Remington's Tavern.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 19th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in August 19th at 7:05 on WISC TV in Madison, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
It's the summer sales event at Metro Ford Madison, and the deals are still heating up. Drive home in a 2024 Ford F-150, Bronco Sport, or Mach-E with 0% APR for 48 months, $20.83 per $1,000 finance. But wait, there's more! Get a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on new vehicles and 90 days with no payments with approved credit. But hurry, these hot offers end September 2nd. Head to Metro Ford Madison today and visit MetroFordMadison.com.
Football is back, and Forward Madison FC is celebrating Green and Gold Night on August 16th, featuring Green Bay Hall of Famer and all-time leading rusher Amon Green. Get a green and gold Forward Madison jersey, match ticket, and more with 3 ticket pack options available. It's Forward Madison FC versus FC Naples at 7 p.m. Saturday, August 16th. Visit ForwardMadisonFC.com to purchase your green and gold ticket packs today. That's ForwardMadisonFC.com.
Greg Scalzo here for Buck and Honey's. This summer, soak up the sun and savor the flavor at Buck and Honey's. Their spacious patios are the ideal spot to enjoy award-winning dishes, craft cocktails, in an unbeatable atmosphere. Perfect for a casual lunch or a night out with friends. Plus, with fresh seasonal dishes and exceptional service, they're here to make every visit special. Visit their locations in Sun Prairie, Monona, Wanakee, or Mount Horeb. Celebrate summer the right way, on the patio with great company. I'll see you at Buck and Honey's.
Electric bills are out of control, but with federal incentives, you can go solar with zero upfront cost and start saving hundreds a month. Badgerland Exteriors and Solar is a local and family-owned company, and they make the switch to solar simple. No pressure, no hassle, just honest.
AJ with Badgerland Exteriors here. Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Every weekend, they have hundreds of winners and millions of dollars won at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. What are you waiting for? Head there this weekend. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison is for winners.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
They dance above me as I sing. I see them through a crystal haze. And hear their sweet sound bouncing round.
Jesse Nelson, Pablo Iglesias in here on Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Coming up next, Hunter Vaughn and the Dean, Dennis Semrau, and a bunch of coaches are on deck. It's our official high school football Zimbriconda Prep Mania preseason coaches roundtable, plus the No Huddle preview. 3 hours to get you set for the high school football season. Coming up next, Hunter and Dennis straight ahead. So we do have a couple of extra minutes while they're getting all situated. So let's go ahead, Ryan, and do some pole dancing.
We asked and you answered.
What?
Coming to the stage, it's pole dancing on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Hey now.
Presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Yeah, guys, we know because I've been chewing all that gum these days, my vocal cords don't quite have it anymore. That's why I outsource this segment nowadays to our man Riley Yauk in the other room. Riley, go ahead and take it away with our first poll question of the day.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is time for the best segment of the week here on Jim, Matt, and Molly. I apologize for missing last week, and it's a Thursday today with no Jim, Matt, or Molly, so it's a little odd. But we're going to make it work. Jesse and Pablo, get ready for this. Starting with our first poll of the afternoon. Is it gross that at Jesse Nelson, with an underscore before Jesse, orders his burger/cheeseburgers without any toppings? No ketchup, no mustard, no pickles, no nothing. Yes, you 56.8%. No, that's totally normal. I'm in that camp. 43.2%.
Ooh.
Jesse?
That was a long way to go, and that's our poll question. I thought this whole thing was supposed to be other poll questions.
I just wanted to bring it back from yesterday.
Well, I'll let Pablo answer it. You all know how I feel about it.
Yes.
I love him.
Yeah, come on, Jess. You got to have something on there. Otherwise, it just feels like a dry, plain burger.
No, plain cheeseburger is the way to go. They make them fresh.
Are you 5 years old? What is this?
I don't need to dress up the burger with condiments to see what it's like. Give me the substance of it. Give me the meat, give me the cheese, give me the bun, and we're good to go.
No, I have to have, I said this too, I replied, at least ketchup and mayonnaise, which I will stay.
Mayonnaise?
I will die on this hill. Mayonnaise belongs on burgers. Mayonnaise belongs on burgers and is an elite condiment.
You know, my wife Becca loves putting mayonnaise on her burgers as
So
well.
So good.
Yeah.
Ketchup and mayo, man. Chef's kiss.
So is that like secret sauce? Is it like from Step Brothers?
Yeah, it's kind of like or if you do barbecue and mayo, it's kind of like, what do they call the campfire? Like it's I don't know. It's like a smoky mayo kind of deal.
I just love mayo, man.
Yeah, mayo and ketchup. It actually is pretty good.
I'm not Will Levis level of mayo, but I do love me some mayo.
Nobody's that level of mayo lover.
That's true.
Hunter and Dennis coming up next on Prep Mania. Pablo, I think this was a success.
This was something. This was a show.
Good news for everyone. Jim, Matt, and Molly are all back on Monday. 3 hours of KBN, followed by Brewers baseball tomorrow. And I'm off tomorrow. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for letting us fill in all week on Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Ooh.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Clinky Cleaner CFO, Sean Young.
The local part is what's key for us. Madison is a local community, and that's what I look at with James Imaging. When I talk to our account rep, he's local.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation, and great people.
I'd say the people at James Imaging are the top of the line for us. They know us, we know them. They take the time to listen to us when we have questions. They make it easy.
And Sean Clinky Cleaners makes it easy for their customers too.
Yes, at Clinky's, we need to be the expert in the field. We want to make life easier for them, and that's what James Imaging does for us.
Sean, any advice for others?
I would say give James Imaging a call. They've been great to us.
James Imaging Systems. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
The Madison Summer Survival Kit. Cooler full of drinks, a comfy lawn chair, and a large Hut Lovers pizza from Pizza Hut for just $12.99. Choose from 4 loaded legends. Meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, veggie lovers, and the new Spicy Hawaiian. It's your summer go-to. Hot, melty, and made to crush hunger. Just $12.99 each for a limited time only. Head to